In the 2006 FIFA World Cup final, one moment overshadowed everything else: Zidane's headbutt. A move that shocked the world, ended his illustrious career, and left fans around the globe asking, why did it happen? Today, we're diving deep into the untold story of that infamous moment. Zinedine Zidane, one of the greatest players to ever grace a football pitch, left the world stage with a red card, but the real story behind that headbutt has never fully been revealed, until now. By 2006, Zidane had already cemented his place as one of football's all-time greats. He had won the Ballon d'Or, led France to a World Cup final in 1998, and enjoyed a glittering club career with Juventus and Real Madrid. But in 2006, Zidane was nearing the end of his career. The World Cup was going to be his grand finale. The final against Italy was a momentous occasion, and Zidane, the captain of the French team, had been playing some of the best football of his career. But it was also a match filled with tension, a match where one moment would change everything. It was Marco Materazzi, an Italian defender, who would play a pivotal role in the events that would unfold. The two men had exchanged words throughout the game, but it was in the 110th minute, during extra time, that things reached a boiling point. In a moment that would go down in history, Zidane, after a brief exchange with Materazzi, suddenly charged at him and headbutted him in the chest. The impact was so severe that Materazzi was knocked to the ground instantly, and Zidane was shown a red card. The scene was chaotic. Fans were stunned, commentators were speechless, and the man who had been the heart and soul of the French team was sent off, leaving his team to face Italy without their captain. But what led to this shocking reaction? Zidane, usually so composed on the pitch, had lost control. And while the world was fixated on his violent act, the real question was, what did Marco Materazzi say to provoke him? Immediately after the incident, both players were asked what had happened. Zidane, after the match, refused to explain. But years later, he revealed that Materazzi had insulted his sister. The words, Zidane said, crossed a line. Materazzi, for his part, confirmed that he had insulted Zidane's sister, but he insisted that the comments were nothing out of the ordinary for football. He later expressed regret for what he said, but insisted that it wasn't meant to provoke such a violent response. But the story doesn't end there. Materazzi's comments weren't just personal, they were part of a larger cultural and psychological tension. Zidane, known for his calm demeanor, was also carrying the weight of years of frustration, the pressure of leading his country one last time, and perhaps even personal battles he had kept private. After Zidane's red card, the game continued, and Italy would go on to win the World Cup in a penalty shootout. Zidane, as much as he had contributed to France's campaign, would leave the pitch with a bitter taste in his mouth. It was a devastating end to his international career. Despite being sent off, Zidane was awarded the Golden Ball as the best player of the tournament, a bittersweet honor. But for many, the headbutt overshadowed everything. It was as if Zidane's final moment in football was marred by anger and frustration rather than his brilliance on the field. Years have passed since that fateful moment, but Zidane's headbutt remains one of the most talked about incidents in football history. In many ways, it humanized him, a player who had always been seen as cool, calculated, and in control. He became, in that one moment, as flawed as the rest of us. Zidane's career, full of triumphs and achievements, ended in a way no one expected. But maybe, just maybe, that headbutt wasn't the end, it was the last moment of a legend who, despite everything, had never stopped being human. What do you think about Zidane's headbutt? Was it justified?